Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now Bitcoin is continuing the rejection from this massive resistance as the price of Bitcoin is now officially breaking below this key area of support in the short term. So I'll be talking about that in just a moment, alongside Ethereum, which is continuing the larger bear market, while the price of Solana is now breaking below very important support, while the price of Chainlink is now heading towards the next major bearish price target. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, starting off on the 4-day Bitcoin chart, and right now the super trend indicator has not changed over the last 1 day on this time frame right here, so it's still sitting in the red, indicating a bearish signal on the larger time frames here. And if we're taking a look at this weekly Bitcoin chart, obviously, at least for now, the weekly Bitcoin MACD is still looking bearish, as I've been saying since pretty much almost the beginning of this year. Around end of January, early February is when we saw the bearish crossover. And so from that moment onwards, obviously I've been saying expect bearish price action for Bitcoin, and obviously that's exactly what we've seen. And if we're taking a look at this weekly Bitcoin chart, we still have a significant bearish divergence to watch out for, which is still actively playing out right now, as I've been saying once again since pretty much the beginning of this year. In fact, the end of last year is when I started to talk about this massive bearish warning signal. And so this is still telling us to not expect any significant bullish momentum anytime soon. So if you're thinking that very soon in the next few days we're about to see a massive recovery straight away, do not expect that anytime soon. And once again, I've been saying that for months, while everyone else out there has been telling you to buy. I've been telling you, I've been one of the few out there telling you that actually we should really be not buying at the moment, because we should not be expecting any significant bullish momentum. And once again, I've been saying that since almost the all-time high. But with that being said, taking a look at this 3-day Bitcoin chart, obviously right now the price of Bitcoin is continuing the rejection from this area of resistance, sitting in between around 86,000 to 88,000. So especially at that 88k level, we still have a lot of resistance to watch out for. And if we were to finally see a breakout above 88,000, in that situation, we'll likely find more resistance at close to 92,000 and major resistance at 96,000. But obviously, before we can look at those prices, we have a lot of resistance at that 88k level. And while the price of Bitcoin is continuing this rejection right here, the next significant area of support towards the downside, at least on this chart right here, is sitting in between around 70,000 to 74,000. So the lower 70k area. And if we're taking a look at this daily Bitcoin chart, obviously right now the price of Bitcoin is still trading within this bearish trend on the daily time frame, still rejecting from this descending line of resistance, which as of recording this video is currently sitting at close to 85,000. So we also have resistance at that level at close to 85k once again. And then if we break out above that line, we also have more resistance in between 86 to 88k. And when it comes to short-term support and resistance levels to watch out for here on the 3-hour time frame, just over the last day, in fact just over the last few hours, we saw a massive break below key short-term support, which was this level right here, sitting at roughly 81,500, and we've seen multiple bounces from around 81,500. And so obviously the moment we confirmed this candle close right here just below 81.5k, that was a strong bearish signal, at least in the short term, for the price of Bitcoin, signaling more bearish price action down towards these next support levels. And obviously we broke below this support at 80,000, and right now we're currently running into this level of support as recording this video, sitting at around 78,500. So at least for now, once again, as recording this video, that is the short-term support to pay attention to, once again at around 78.5k. But if we see candle closes below that level, below 78,500, in that situation, honestly, just expect a continued pullback down towards the lower 70k area as the next significant support. So really, this is the final important level of support in the short term that is sitting between the current price as of recording this video and these lower 70k prices. And if we're taking a quick look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, obviously just recently we wiped out a bunch of long positions. We did indeed hit that liquidity to the downside that was sitting at close to 81,000. And obviously I've been talking about that liquidity just recently here on the channel, because obviously if you've been watching my last few videos here on the channel, you'll know that we had mainly two major levels of liquidity on this liquidation heat map, one sitting at around 81k and the other sitting at around 89k. But like I've said many times here on the channel, even though we have that liquidity at 89,000, we cannot ignore other points of resistance where the price can reject from. And so before the price of Bitcoin could actually hit that liquidity at 89,000, obviously we ran into a lot of resistance at that 88k level approximately, and other levels in the shorter term, causing these short-term rejections. And naturally the price of Bitcoin tends to move towards where there's a lot of liquidity. So this time around, obviously we wiped out a bunch of long positions here to the downside, obviously causing a small long squeeze, basically a bit of a liquidation dump in the short term. And so those are some of the things that are affecting the price of Bitcoin right now, and the important levels of support and resistance to watch out for. And by the way, in case you're wondering, I would now expect short-term resistance at these previous levels of support, like for example 80,000 and 81,500. I'd now expect those levels to act as resistance. But with that being said, when it comes to just my opinion, to potentially explain part of the reason as to why we saw a bit of a dump just here before Monday, is due to the fact that a lot of people in the market are thinking Monday might possibly be very bearish for the stock market, considering how the US stock market ended last week, or the end of this week basically on Thursday and Friday, because obviously just those last two trading days in particular were very, very bad for the US stock market. They were actually some of the worst days in recent history for the US stock market. And so as I've explained multiple times recently here on the channel over the last half a week or so, I've been saying, of course, crypto is highly correlated to the stock market. So if a lot of people are thinking the stock market might continue that crash that we saw at the end of the trading week and roll over to Monday with a continued dump when the stock market opens back up again, obviously people might basically sell some of their crypto assets as well. And so this is just speculation, this is just my opinion, but potentially I think some of the reason as to why we saw this dump just here is people basically just getting rid of some risk, basically selling in anticipation of potentially more selling going to happen on Monday in the stock market. And this just simply proves that crypto is not decoupling from the stock market. Obviously, I've been saying this for many years now on the channel, that crypto and the stock market are very correlated. Not a perfect correlation, but usually if the stock market's bearish, crypto's bearish. Usually if the stock market's very bullish, crypto is going to be bullish as well, especially in terms of the larger moves. And so when there's a bunch of people out there telling you the decoupling's finally happening, this is finally it, obviously this is unlikely going to be the case. Once again, we're now seeing the bearish price action that we just saw recently in the stock market, as I've been talking about. But with that being said, if you want to actually trade these moves in the price of Bitcoin or any other crypto, even if they're bearish, you can use things like short positions, for example, to profit along the way towards the downside. And personally, I'm taking a lot of my crypto trades over on 2bit, so I'll make sure to leave a link to 2bit below this video in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you use that link, it'll take you to this page right here where you can claim some massive trading bonuses, like for example up to $50,000 as a trading bonus, which you can only claim using that link. And also using the link below this video, you can get a $30 sign up bonus just by making an account using the link, and also a 20% deposit rebate up to a max of 200 USDT. So for example, if you deposit $1,000, you get a $200 bonus, but only if you use that link. And on top of all of that, if you use the link below this video, you're automatically upgraded to VIP level 1 trading fees, basically meaning you get a massive fee discount over on 2bit, lowered trading fees, but once again, only if you use the link below this video. So if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, you might as well check this out. Once again, first link below this video. And in case you're wondering, 2bit is a no KYC exchange, which means you can access it from basically any country in the world without needing any KYC. But as always, check your local regulations when it comes to trading crypto. And for whatever reason, if you don't want 2bit as an exchange, there's also BTNex as another option out there, another exchange that I also trade on. So I'll also make sure to leave a link to BTNex below this video as well. And in case you're wondering, if you use that link, you can actually get a massive 10% discount on all trading fees over on BTNex forever. That is a lifetime discount, but that massive fee discount is only available if you use that link. And in case you're wondering, BTNex is also a no KYC exchange as well. But with that being said, taking a look at Ethereum on the weekly time frame, and right now, at least on these large larger time frames here, despite seeing short-term bounces from time to time, Ethereum is simply still within a larger bear market, a long-term bear market, as I've been saying for a long time now on the channel. And now it is worth pointing out that we're potentially just about to run into significant support right here based on previous significant support in the price of ETH back during around the start of 2023 and also near the end of 2023, and that's sitting at roughly 1,500, just above 1.5k as major support. And in fact, if we're taking a look at this 3-day time frame, I've been saying for a long time now on the channel, around 1.5k, more specifically around 1520 to 1540 is the next major price target towards the downside once we break below around 1870 to 1880. And this entire time when I've been calling for $1,500 per Ethereum, a lot of people in the comment section have been telling me that there's no way that could possibly happen and that I'm just extremely bearish and I'm spreading FUD and basically I have no idea what I'm talking about. But now the price is exactly doing that, as I've been talking about. Obviously, once we broke below that previous Fibonacci level at just below 1.9k, that was the bearish signal telling us expect a move down towards the next major support level at just above 1,500, and that's exactly playing out as expected. And in fact, now that this is already starting to play out, we've officially invalidated that bullish divergence that was starting to form on the daily time frame. But like I explained in my last video, we were already seeing a lot of weakness in this bullish divergence. Basically, we were kind of failing to properly confirm the bullish divergence with a strong bounce here in the RSI. We were seeing a lot of weakness once again, as I explained in my last video. But now obviously we're at the point where we have fully invalidated the bullish divergence with a significant breakdown here in the RSI. And now technically speaking, the RSI has just entered into oversold territories on the daily time frame, but obviously that does not mean we're at the bottom. For example, we hit oversold back here around the start of March, and what came next was a bit of a short-term bounce followed by more bearish price action later on. And so we just have to understand that, of course, we are within a larger bear market, especially for Ethereum. The bull market's clearly over. It's been over for a long time. Once again, as I've been saying for a long time now on the channel, if you've been paying attention. But with that being said, taking a look at the price of Solana on the weekly time frame, and right now, obviously, as I've recorded in this video, Solana is also breaking below this significant area of support, sitting in between around 120 to 130. And the next weekly candle close is pretty much in around 1 hour from now, as I've recorded in this video. So by the time you're watching this video, it's very likely that we've just confirmed the break below 120 with a weekly candle close. And as I've been saying for a long time now on the channel, once again, for over a month, I've been saying if we break below 120, that's really the final major point of support. So if we break below that level, expect a continued drop in the price of Solana all the way down towards $90 as the next major price target. So right now we're already roughly halfway between 120 and that $90 price target. So I do continue to expect a further drop in the price of Solana, especially if we officially confirm this break to the downside below 120. And obviously, once again, as I always say, Solana, along with a lot of the major altcoins out there, is highly correlated to what Bitcoin is doing. So if Bitcoin has a major drop in the short term or a major bounce in the short term, expect something similar for a lot of the major altcoins. So obviously, with Bitcoin having that short-term dump, that is not going to help the altcoin market at all. But with that being said, taking a look at the price of XRP on the 3-day time frame, and right now this massive bearish divergence is still actively playing out for XRP, as I've been saying for months now on the channel, since much higher prices, when people were telling me there's no way this could possibly play out, but it's now playing out. And if we're taking a look at the 8-hour time frame, we've now officially just invalidated this short-term bullish divergence with a breakdown here in the RSI. And obviously, this short-term bullish divergence did play out very nicely for just a few days, considering it's only on the 8-hour time frame. But obviously, now it's already invalidated. Obviously, we were due to see a little bit more of this bullish divergence playing out, maybe for another 1 day. But basically, it's now invalid with a breakdown in the RSI. And not only are we seeing a breakdown in the RSI, we're also potentially breaking below critical support, which is sitting in between $1.95 to $2.05. And so, especially if we confirm this break towards the downside with candle closes confirming below around $1.95, and especially if we confirm candle closes below $1.90, honestly, in that situation, that'll be very bad for XRP. So basically, I would expect a continued drop all the way down towards around $1.40 to $1.50. And so yes, I'm talking about potentially another around 20 to 30% dump coming next in the price of XRP on top of what we've already seen. And really the only way we could possibly avoid that further drop is if we very quickly get back above this area on the price chart here in the short term and avoid the candle closes below this area. That's basically our last chance here in the short term to avoid a further drop down towards these much lower price targets. But remember, if you're a crypto trader, this is all good news. This is volatility. We can make money no matter what direction the price goes using long positions or short positions. Once again, obviously, if the price is bullish, it's not just holding crypto that can make you money. You can use long positions and things like that, just like how when the price is bearish, that doesn't mean bad. That doesn't mean losing money. It means you can make a lot of money using things like short positions. And so basically everyone at the moment shorting this altcoin bear market is making a bunch of money, the same way as if you're buying altcoins during the bull market. And with that being said, if we're taking a look at the price of Chainlink on the daily time frame, right now the price of Chainlink is on its way towards the next major price target towards the downside, which is sitting at $10. As I've been saying once again for a long time now on the channel, I've been saying once we break below around 1270 to 1280, expect a move down towards around $10. And right now we're roughly halfway between that previous support and that $10 price target. And I'd now expect resistance at around 1270 to 1280 if we actually bounce back up there. Once again, expect resistance. And of course, we also have significant resistance at around $15 to $15.50. And clearly the larger trend is still currently bearish. We're still forming lower highs and lower lows, as I've been saying for months now on the channel, since much higher prices. And so hopefully for those of you paying attention to this channel, you're actually shorting some of these moves right here, taking advantage of this bearish trend and actually profiting along the way towards the downside. Or if you're not doing that, if you're not much of a trader, simply just by holding some stable coins, for example, you can take advantage of lower prices later on. And once again, if you want to trade any of these moves in the price of any crypto, check out the links below this video to those exchanges if you want to claim those massive bonuses that are only available using those links. And if you want to actually know how you can trade crypto, no matter what the price is doing, whether it's bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways, you can profit from all of that price action by watching these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.